Welcome back to the ticket setup series. In today's session, we're going to continue the setup of our ticket to Power Automate integration and map the custom form elements of our new hire template onto the request title for our ticket. So in order to do that, what we're actually going to do is we're going to flip over to Power Automate to set up that Microsoft Power Automate flow. So to get to Microsoft Power Automate, you're going to just travel to make.powerautomate.com. And once you're there, you're going to interact with flows to work against Tikit to be able to create flows to do certain things. Now, we're going to map custom form elements here, but you can do all sorts of interesting things here, like create Entra accounts and give teams access based upon new hire processes. But in order to map those custom form elements, what we're going to do is actually create a new automated cloud flow. So we'll come over here to the new automated cloud flow wizard. And for the flow name, I'll call this ticket setup series, and will be for mapping custom form to ticket, actually request title. And then I'm going to search the triggers that are available to me for Tikit. So Tikit has 3 triggers and a whole bunch of actions underneath them that allow for us to really work with Tikit and be able to grab data from Tikit and flow it through the system and do things such as mapping these custom form elements back to the title. For this example, I actually want to evaluate whenever a ticket is created, I want to grab that ticket and the custom form elements. So I'm going to use a trigger when a ticket is created. I'm going to create that flow here, and I'll be dropped into the flow designer. I'm actually going to set my connection to my instance there, which is sitting back for that new hire process. If you get that error message, you just need to set your connection correctly to the user that has access to Tikit. And I'll go ahead and show all here. So this trigger is basically a big filter saying whenever a ticket is created, what do I want to look for to actually trigger and then grab that ticket? So for me, the thing I care about here around this particular trigger in this example is I want to look for whenever my new hire template is triggered. Because for every new hire that's created, I want to grab the custom form elements and I want to put those onto the request title. Now, once I have that trigger defined, I then need to continue to build out that flow to be able to accomplish what I'm looking to do. The second thing that I'm going to do here is actually a Microsoft Power Automate action, which is labeled parse JSON. And this gives me the ability to grab the answers from the custom form and then give those answers back to me to be able to use to further build out this flow. So what I'll do here is in the content, I will look at my dynamic properties here, and I'm going to look for the card answer JSON. Now the card answer JSON is the answers to the questions that were populated by the agent or the end user. The next thing I'm going to do here is the schema. Now, I actually don't know what the schema is off the top of my head. Every custom form for every template is going to have a unique schema because it could have a bunch of different properties that are different. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to put a placeholder here so I can grab the schema from Power Automate and then populate that schema here. And the way I'm going to do that actually is I'm going to initiate a new hire process. And when I initiate that new hire process, this flow will run and there will be an output on this parse JSON action. And I can then grab the output, which is the JSON for that form, and then I can use it to actually build out the schema here. So what I'll do here is I'll save this. And then I'll go back into web.tikit.ai and I'll initiate a new hire so I can trigger that flow. So we'll go add ticket here and I'll apply template. I'll answer the questions here. So we'll do on Ashton dev, oops, and dev, and start date will be Monday. And click save here. Now I'm going to make the request title generic to continue the pattern of kind of more of a generic list, and we'll see the affect of it after we finish this flow. And I'll make a dollar requester, and I'll create this. So this, I didn't set the category correctly, so let me go back here to my all active tickets. So ticket 21 has been created, and then if I go back to Power Automate, I'm expecting for that flow to have run, which it just did. And I'm expecting to see the JSON payload that I can then grab from that flow. So you'll see here when a ticket was created, this flow triggered because it was looking at the new hire process or the new hire template. And you'll see here that this parse JSON action has given me the JSON I care about to build out that schema. So what I'm literally going to do is just Control-C, copy that, and then go back and edit the flow here. So I'll go back to parse JSON here, and I'm going to actually click on this link, which is use sample payload to generate schema. I'm just going to paste that in there. And what's going to happen is this parse JSON action is going to build out an object based upon that schema example. And what's great about this is I actually have everything I need now to be able to modify the title of the created ticket to whatever I want. The other thing I want to mention here is that these two actions give me all the data for the ticket. So when a ticket is created, it provides me the entire JSON payload for all the elements of a ticket. And parse JSON gives me the form answers, so the first name, the last name, the job title. And once I have those two things, I can create any flow I want, which is really powerful inside of Microsoft Power Automate. I'm going to pause the session for now. In the next session, we're going to continue to build out this flow, and we're going to update the current ticket with the new title, and then we'll jump into actually seeing this in practice. For now, we're going to pause the session. Really appreciate you taking the time. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one.